Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of Johnnie Walker Squid Game Special Edition. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of Johnnie Walker Squid Game Special Edition. This is a Diageo Netflix collaboration which coincides with the release of Season 2. If you're not familiar, Squid Game is a South Korean survival thriller which was released in 2021. It became the most watched series in 94 countries. This particular whiskey is from Johnnie Walker and it's the Black Label. It's 12 years old, it's 40% ABV. It retails for £34 in the UK and it's coloured and lightly chill filtered. Should we find out what it tastes like? On to the whiskey. So before I start nosing and tasting, let's have a quick look at the colour. I'd say that is like a russet, but it is most likely coloured. Let's start with the nose. Right, so the first thing I get with this is vanilla. Get brown sugar. There's a hint of tobacco. There's a hint of smoke. And there's also like a slightly herbal note. Let's move on to the palate. Yeah, so I'm getting like sweet vanilla. There's definitely some sweetness there. Slightly synthetic. I'm getting icing sugar, that sort of sweet powdered white sugar. There's a hint of smoke, like an ashy smoke that's sort of lingering, but it's very, very soft, I'd say. Let's have another sip. Yeah, so at the moment it's still very, very sweet. There's still that white sugar, a little bit of charred oak, hint of smoke. There's a bit of pepper, tiny bit of heat. And there's also like, the sweetness is turning into caramel. There's like a caramel sugary sweetness. Let's have one final sip. Yeah, so I'm getting a little bit of cereal, a little bit of malted barley. There's also an ethanol note, most likely from the grain alcohol. I'm assuming that this is mostly grain alcohol. But yeah, there isn't much more. In terms of finish, I'd say it's short to medium. The smoke does linger a little bit. There's the sort of caramel sweetness and there's also some dry wood. In terms of value, well, this is £34 in the UK. It's regularly on offer. It's as low as sort of the low 20s. But this liquid isn't any different. It is Johnnie Walker Black Label 12-year-old. It is one of the best-selling Scotch whiskies in the world. But I just don't get the appeal. It's synthetically sweet. I'd say it's inoffensive, but there's just not enough flavours. It could probably do with more malt content, but obviously more malt content would bring the price up. It would, I don't know. I've got nothing against the ABV. Obviously 40% ABV is low for me, but you know, this is a mass market whiskey. And if that's your thing and you like whiskey flavoured drinks, then yeah, maybe this is for you. You know, it's probably one step up from the red label for a lot of people. it's probably seen as premium to a lot of people, but there's so much more good whiskey out there that this is clearly going to bring people in due to the collaboration, a bit like the Game of Thrones did. But at least with the Game of Thrones, they threw good whiskey from some of their better distilleries at it, whereas this is, this is just picking something they've already got and relabeling it. I get the appeal. Obviously, there's lots of whiskey drinkers out there, and there's lots of potential whiskey drinkers out there, and there's millions of households around the world that will watch Squid Game Series 2, and there's millions of people that buy this whiskey. So why not stick a name on, a whiskey that everybody recognises, and potentially sell some whiskey to people that wouldn't have bought it otherwise. I don't think this is going to be a collector's item. There's going to be far too many. It does feature variable print technology. No idea what that means, but I assume it just means that there's different numbers on the bottle. Obviously mine's 456, which was the main character, player 456 from Series 1. But there are other numbers out there. I've seen at least a dozen different numbers, and I don't know if there are the full range of 1 to 456, but variable print technology, I'm assuming, just means different numbers. But the only other thing that makes it unique is obviously the Striding Man is player 456 from season 1 as well. So obviously they have that tie-in. But if you like Johnnie Walker Black Label, then this is for you. If you're whiskey curious, then this is probably for you. If you're a fan of whiskey and you've probably tried Black Label already, then you know the score and it probably isn't for you. Hopefully you found this interesting, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Sauncher.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.